Hi, welcome to Data Appreciation with Shino. And what we'll be doing is a Google Codelab called the Building AI Agents with ADK, the foundation. This is the first in the series for the Building with AI Agents with ADK on Codelabs. So we have the before you begin as guides for in-person attendees and self-study users. I'm doing this as self-study users. So in the incognito of a browser would open it and navigate to the redemption portal. That's to redeem cloud credits. Let's see how it goes. Opening incognito window. You can see the try dev claim ADK foundation 31st of August. So let's see how it goes. While that is loading, we're told to log in using our personal Gmail account. Follow the steps on the portal. So here we say welcome to the first part of the building AI agents with ADK series in hands-on code labs. You would explore an exciting journey to create your own very own intelligent AI agent using Google Agent Development Kit as ADK. We'll start with the absolute essentials, guiding you through setting up your development environment and crafting a foundational conversational agent. By the end of the lab, we would have built our first interactive AI ready to be expanded upon the supplement part of the series. So I'd gone through it and I've seen that it's a four-part series, but the third part of the series seems not to be available now, as we will transform it into a sophisticated multi-agent system. So let's check let's sign in with this, get the credits. While that is still going on, we'll start with the absolute essentials, guiding you through setting up your development environment and crafting a foundational conversational agent. By the end of this code lab, you would have built your first interactive AI ready to be expanded upon in subsequent parts. We've said that already. So you can complete this code lab either in your local environment or Google Cloud. For the most consistent experience, we recommend you using the Cloud Shell from Google Cloud environment. Cloud Shell also provides a 5 gigabytes of persistent storage in the home directory. This is used to store scripts, configuration files, and clone repositories. So let's sign in this. Okay. So you can also access this code lab through this shortened URL. This, this. Now, if you choose to work locally, it may require additional setup, installation, and authentication, which are not covered by the environment. Okay. Prerequisites and understanding of generative AI concepts. So let's see what that is. A basic proficiency in Python programming and familiarity with the command line or terminal. So the command line will be for those using Windows and terminal for those who are using the Mac OS, Linux, and Ubuntu and the likes. I think my network may be slow a bit. So go to something faster. Now, since I have a total network, okay, network is back. So Python, bit of Python tutorial for those who are new to program, so you can check it out while you're doing Use the command line
What's
crash
going on, guys?
course.
Welcome to my command.
Okay. So we won't be using this command line crash course. We just want to for those who are beginners to have a look at it. So we'll just keep these links on the side for anyone who would need it in the video be under the description. Let's call it Codelab ADK. So we just have the links whenever we need them. So we'll continue with our credits. The Google Skills course, also part of it. So let's go back to so what we'll learn from this is how to set up a Python environment, how to create a simple personal assistant agent using ADK, how to run, test, and debug the agent. What we'll need is a working computer, Wi-Fi, a browser such as Chrome, to access our Google Cloud Console, a curious mind, and eagerness to learn. So let's see if we're trying to log in earlier and we haven't completed our login. Filter your credits. So if you didn't get the credits, there's no problem. So the world of generative AI is evolving rapidly. Many agents are currently a hot topic. An AI agent is a smart computer program designed to act on your behalf and much like a personal assistant, it can perceive its digital environment, make decisions, take actions to achieve specific goals without direct human control. Think of it as a proactive, autonomous entity that can learn and adapt to get things done. At its core, an AI agent uses a large language model as its brain to understand and reason. This allows it to process information from various sources such as text, images, and sound. The agent then uses this understanding to create a plan and execute a series of tasks to reach its predefined objective. You can easily build your own AI agents even without deep expertise due to ready to use frameworks like the Agent Development Kit, that's Google ADK. We will start this journey by constructing a personal assistant to help you with your tasks. Let's begin. So let's look at this. Accept consent. Okay, so this is the Google, Google ADK, not the SDK. So there's a new ADK Python skills released. This is 2026. Let's just add this to the links. So back to this. Now to configure our Google Cloud services. To create a Google Cloud project by creating a new Google Cloud project so that the activities from this Codelab are isolated within this new project only. Navigate here, enter the required information, project name, can input any name, example, GenAI workshop, location, leave it as no organization, billing account, receipt option, select the Google Cloud. So if I had gotten the credit to have chosen this, but I have credits from an earlier event today, which I would pick and use. Don't worry if you don't see this option, just proceed to the next step. Copy down the generated period ID. So we'll do that also. So let's go to our project create under Google Cloud. So I've used most of my slots. So then I have one remaining quota. So no problem. So we can call this build it ADK, build agents with ADK. Yes. So, so this is our project ID. I can edit it also. As we call it something like this nature, but let's just leave it that way. So today is March 17, so I could use credits from earlier today. So new organization, I click create. To create our projects, going to be dedicated here very soon. And also select the project. So let's go back to what we're doing. So we're asked to copy project ID, go to the project, project ID. Next, let's configure the cloud shell. So once a project is created successfully, we'll do the following steps to set up Cloud Shell. We'll launch Cloud Shell, navigate to Shell, then we'll authorize where need be. Prompt is supposed to come up. So authorize. So this is our Cloud Shell editor for the GUI. So just right amount of UI. That is done. Gemini code as it's using it now. So let's go back to set our project ID. So we execute the following command in the Cloud Shell terminal to set the correct project ID. So replace our project ID with the actual project ID copied from the project creation page. So what we do now is gcloud config set your project ID here. So let's see what project is selected in the terminal. So here it says, welcome to the Cloud Shell. Let's help you get started. And to set our cloud platform project in this season, we use gcloud set project ID. So we can view our project by running gcloud project list. So let's try that. Gcloud project list. Just list all the projects on our Google Cloud. So let's expand this a bit. So we have build and deploy, project number, environment. So what we'll do next is we go back here. We have our project ID here. We have our gcloud shell editor. So what we'll do now, we copy this set our project ID. So V, we're now bringing our project ID. So, so now updated property, core project, and the name, cloud shell, and then this is our project ID. So it has accepted it. Next, what we'll do is that remember the project ID is highlighted in yellow, which is what we have here. The next thing we'll do, enable the required APIs. So to use the Google Cloud Services, we must first activate the required APIs. Run the command below in our terminal. So we'll copy this. And if the operation is successful, we'll see operation finished successfully printed in our terminal. So go back to our Google Cloud Shell Editor. I think we probably need to increase the font size so that this is visible to those who have smaller screens. So let's set it at 200%. You can see it finished successfully. It's written right under here. So the next thing we'll do, we'll go next. Now let's go to create a Python environment. So before starting any Python project, it's good to practice to create. It's a good practice to create a virtual environment. This isolates project dependencies, prevent conflict with other projects or the system's global packages. We'll be using UV to create our virtual environment instead of the standard VENV package as virtual environment package. It's an incredible fast Python package and a project manager written in Rust. So Rust is another language. So if you're interested, you can learn more about it here from the UV documentation. So let's just have a quick look at the UV documentation. So UV is an extremely fast Python package and project manager written in Rust. So you can see the speed comparisons. Deep sync speed is 4.6 seconds. PDM is 1.9 seconds. Poetry, and then you can see UV 0.06 seconds. Package manager written in Rust. Website highlights and how to install. Let's just have this under our links. So let's go back here. We don't need this for now. We don't need this for now. We don't need this for now. We don't need this too for now. So let's go back here. Okay, we don't need this. We're done with it. So back to our guide. Next, we're going to create a project directory and navigate into it. So we're going to make directory agents and go into the directory agents. So we're in. Next, we're going to create an activity virtual environment using our UV. You can see using C Python 3.1 interpreter, creating virtual environment, creating the source. It's done that for us. So you said you see AI agent ADK prefixing our terminal prompt indicating the virtual environment is active. So you can see AI agent ADK as a prefix now. So you can see it right now for our project. You can see it on AI agents. So we've seen a change. Next, we're going to install our ADK package. Remember, we started using the UV package manager. To install our packages. Now, we said if we accidentally close the terminal, we need to go into AI agent ADK folder and execute the source with again. So we haven't done that, so that won't be useful for now. Now we're supposed to create an agent. So go to with our environment ready, it's time to create our agent foundation. ADK requires a few files to define our logic. We have the agent file contains our agent primary Python code. Init.py max directory and EV is store sensitive information and configuration variables. Now this command will create a new directory named personal assistant. So that's ADK create personal assistant containing transaction files. Once the command is executed, we'll be asked to choose a few options to configure our agent. The first step is to choose option 1 to use Gemini Flash model. It's fast and efficient, perfect for conversational tasks. Choose the model for the root again, which was choosing 1. For the second step, we choose Vertex AI option 2. Google Cloud Powerful Manage AI platform as the backend service provider, which is 2. After that, we need to verify the project ID shown in brackets set correctly. If it is, press enter. If it is not, enter the correct page ID following prompt. Finally, press enter to use US Central as a region. This see a similar output to the terminal. So let's go start from here. Copy this prompt. So that's already one we need to copy. Let's start here now. It's creating a personal assistant for us. So choose a model. So we're choosing Flash. Option 1. Gemini Flash. Enter. So we're taking Vertex AI, which is 2. Enter. So given our Eastern surface 495.1707 is correct. Hit enter. Region is US Central, which we accept. Hit enter. So it's telling us agent created in home, which is similar to what we're told we will see right here. Environment, init, and agent. Next, we're going to explore the agent codes to view the created files. We'll open the AI agents ADK folder in the Cloud Shell editor. File, open folder, select AI agent ADK folder and click OK. So let's reduce this a bit. File, open folder in top menu, select AI agents AD folder and click OK. This is the AI agents ADK folder and say OK. So our class editor has a bit of look like our editor window on anti-gravity because probably they're built on the same backbone. So Gemini is also coming up, which has also come up too. So after that, what we'll do next is once the editor window is fully loaded, navigate to the personal assistant folder. We'll see necessary files as mentioned before. The environment file is hidden by default. Make it visible in the cloud shell editor. Go to menu bar, view, and then toggle hidden files. View, toggle hidden files. Just have, let's see if I have already hidden it. So you can see it's here. Init agent and environment. So the next thing is to explore the content of each file. The agent spy. This file instantiates your agent using the agent class from the Google ADK agents library. Let's look at it. Okay, so this is it. Reduce this. Now from the Google agents, the line. So from the Google ADK agent import agent, this line imports the necessary agent class from the ADK library. The root agent cost agent. Here you are creating an instance of your AI agent. Name being equal to root agent, a unique identifier for agent. This is how ADK recognizes and refers to your agent. Our model is equals to Generative 2.5. This is crucial parameter which specifies which language model your agent will be using. This is brain. Remember, 2.5 Flash is fast and efficient model suitable for conversational attacks. Our description, as earlier written, provides a concise summary of the agent purpose or capabilities. Instruction, this is system prompts. Okay, so the init, this file is necessary for Python to recognize personal assistant as a package and allow ADK to run. So let's go and look at our init. Is it environment? Google Gen AI, use Vertex AI, Google Cloud Project, and all the others. So next, would run the agent on the terminal. With all these three files in place, you're ready to run the agent directly from the terminal. To do this, we'll run the following ADK command in the terminal. So let's run our personal assistant in the terminal. Let's go back to a bit of font change. Press this a bit. Okay, so running our assistant. The next instruction is to go ahead and chat with the agent. Something like, hello, what can you do for me? So let's just type this in. So you can see we are the users. And so we're going to type in what we want it from it. So let's probably increase this a bit so we can see clearer. It's conversational, so that's why we're using Gemini 2.5 Flash. So answer us that hello there. Can do quite a few things for you, such as this, have a vast amount of information. So some information, give me long text, I can provide concise summary, translate language, I can help with, so I can just say, translate this for me to German language. It's say can tell to translate this. Let's say my train stops at Beirut. So it mines the heart in Beirut. So that's good. So you can see it's conversational and it's an agent. I can say how large is the United Kingdom in square kilometers. So you can see the agent is answering questions and it's built on Vertex and it's built on and working with Flash, which is fast. So we have our answers coming in as we're chatting with it. So you'll notice the output is something formatted in Markdown, which can be difficult to read in Terminal. In next step, we're going to use developing UI, a much richer chat application-like experience. So this API method requires billing to be enabled, which I think we have done that. So next, we're going to have to check if we're using the correct project ID in the environmental file. We'll go to linked billing account page and see if the billing account is already linked. If not, choose Google Cloud Platform Trial. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have to do we want to create the API. So you can check about this the link billing account. So I believe we already have a link billing account to it. If I remember earlier in the video, I mentioned that. So let's see, go to link billing accounts. You can see GCP build and gravity. So this is the link billing account that we have, and we can check our credits. Our credits is still running. So let's just go back here. So we've done that. So if we receive an error message containing Vertex API has not been used, so we don't have all these errors because this is just for those who have errors, but we don't have any errors. So we would have had these errors if we did not enable billing earlier. So let's go to the next. But said if we don't receive any of the errors that I mentioned above, try loading Cloud Shell. So let's go. Now we're going to run the agent on the development web UI. The agent kit also offers a convenient way to launch our agent as a chat application using the development UI. Simply use the ADK web instead of ADK run. If your terminal is still running, ADK run, type exit to close before typing this command. So remember, we want to end our conversation. So just go to exit to exit our conversation. So now we're going back to this. We can continue. So the web server is started. We can access it here. So let's go to the next instruction. The two options: open via the terminal, or we'll control click on command into link localhost 8000 or showing terminal. Open via web preview, click web preview button, change port, enter port number 8000, click change and preview. So let's see web preview button. Preview on port 8080 or change port. So let's see which is okay. Enter the port number 8000. The port number 8000. Change and preview. If it puts up preview, then it means the port is active. Good. So it means our port is active. Our personal assistant is up and running. So we will then see the chat application. You are in our browser. Go ahead and chat to the interface. We notice the markdown formatting now displays correctly, and this UI lets you debug and investigate each messaging event, the agent state, user request, and much more. It tells us happy chatting. So let's go and do our happy chatting. And we can ask these questions like how many presidents have the United States had from independence? The United States has had 46 different presidents serve as, and as Joe Biden is the 46th. Okay, so I think he's not updated because we know who's the present president right now. So let's ask, since the conversation, let's just ask another. So we know if it is up to date. So it's up to date because it's giving us the answer. So here we can see the information ID, time, see state, trace, artifacts, sessions, and evaluation. So I think that's enough chatting for now. Let's go into the next. So since the Codelab doesn't involve any long running products, we simply stop our active agent sessions instance in our terminal by pressing Ctrl C in terminal is sufficient. And delete agent project folders and files. If you want to remove the code from our cluster, and use the following code. And disable Vertex AI API. To disable Vertex API, we enable area run this command and shut down the entire cloud project. So, so I think what we do first is we don't remove the code from our cloud shell environment, or can disable Vertex API. We can also stop our instance from running. So let's stop our instance from running. Then we disable Vertex API. So to stop us from running, Control C. Let's go back here and close our chat. There's Control C. So ended, and then we'll disable Vertex API. So remember, one of the reasons why it's Vertex API is that our billing doesn't keep running. Because if we come to our billing, let's go to manage billing accounts. This is March 17. Auto credits. Students did make a deduction. I was thinking there would be a deduction here, but there isn't. But still, we would sorry, we disable the AI platform. Okay. So successfully completed and built the simple personal assistant using the AI kit. Now we solve foundation understanding of the core components of an ADK agent. As the next step, you can expand your agent's capability by giving it tools to access real-time information and interact with external services. Next Codelab series. So I'll do another video for this next Codelab series that will guide us through the process. So thank you very much and see you in the next video.